Welcome to Section 4, the final section of Unit 7. As we continue our study of probability, our focus will now turn to the concept of independent events. In this first lesson, you will discover what independent events are all about. What are independent events? These are two events that do not influence each other. The occurrence of one event does not impact the chance of the other event occurring. A few examples should make this a little clearer. For instance, if you spin a 4-section spinner and roll a 6-sided die, what happens on the spinner has zero influence on what happens when you roll the die. If you roll a 12-sided die and then flip a coin, what you roll on the 12-sided die will not impact the flip of the coin. The events are independent. How about though if we flip 2 coins, or maybe even the same coin twice? Does flipping 1 coin have any effect on the flip of the other? Or if I flip the same coin, does my first toss influence the result of the second toss? The answer is no. The outcome of the first toss does not affect the outcome of the second toss. How about rolling 2 dice, or the same die twice? Does the roll of one die have any effect on the roll of the other? Or if I roll the same die, is my second roll impacted by what I get on the first roll? Once again, the answer is no. The outcome of the second roll does not depend on the outcome of the first roll. The events are all independent. You may be wondering then, are all events independent? Can we think of a situation where the outcome of one event will have an influence on the outcome of the second event? And that's what I'm going to present you with now. A couple of examples to illustrate the fact that not all events are independent. Recall the hat with the 10 names from the third video of Lesson 1 in Section 3? For our first event, we will look at the probability of choosing Lori. Lori is 1 name out of 10. The probability of choosing Lori is 1/10. There's nothing new there. However, let's assume Lori's name is chosen but not put back in the hat. How many names now remain? There are only 9. So my event 2, which is the probability of choosing Dev, that will be impacted by the fact that I picked Lori first, because my probability of choosing Dev will only be 1 out of, not 10, but 9, because Lori's name was not placed back in the hat. We see here that the probability of choosing Dev was certainly influenced by our first event, choosing Lori's name. Therefore, the events are not independent. And another example to illustrate this, a jar contains 4 red, 3 green, 5 black, and 6 purple marbles. 2 marbles are drawn from the jar, 1 at a time, but the first marble drawn is not replaced. What is the probability of first drawing a red marble? Our first event is picking a red. We have 4 red marbles, our favorable outcome, out of a total of 18 possible marbles to pick from. This particular probability, by the way, can reduce. The GCF for 4 and 18 is 2. Let's remove that red marble. Our second event is the probability of drawing then a black marble. Our favorable outcome this time, there are 5 possibilities. There are 5 black marbles in the jar. But now, because we didn't replace the first one, there are a total of not 18, but 17 marbles left in the jar. Our probability then of drawing a black marble, 5 out of 17. And that fraction is in simplest form. We see again that the result of event 1 definitely had an impact on what happened in event 2. It influenced that probability. Therefore, these events not independent. Please proceed now to the activities for Lesson 1.